around. The other guy with the Hex, Shadow Shaman.
Ooh.
First Shadow Shaman across all regions. So, want to see it happen. Probably the only player that loves to play these two heroes in general. No one likes to play heroes who are not as strong. He did receive some of the buffs in the previous patch. He did have less gold for his Serpent wards, and also max distance increased on Ether Shock, level 15 talent. Some slight buffs for Kaka's Shadow Shaman, nothing too significant, I would say. But yeah, they will deny this ward after picking up the enemy Observer ward. We'll leave it at one hit just in case, you know, someone gets close, you deny it.
Or they don't deny it at all. We saw that the other day.
Pretend that you're actually doing it.
Yeah, and then they just don't put the sentry there. So, should be interesting. Paparazzi on the Shadow Fiend. I mean, I talk about it whenever he plays this hero. Just the solo 1v1 DAC champion back-to-back coming at you with a Shadow Fiend. That should be pretty fun. And as we see, we got ourselves a little bit of a stand-in situation still. As Erica is not here, it's going to be the former Team Serenity member, Fly.
Yeah, your favorite Chinese player, I would dare to say.
Yeah, you know, the artist formerly known as GGG, and he is here today. I have a little bit of trivia on Fly for you. What team did Fly used to play mid for? That's
a good one.
Long time ago, early in the career.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
So he first played for Duobao, and then he played for eHome Keen, which he played with Yi and Old 11 and all those guys, Rong, Dark, and he played originally mid, but when they got Yi, he shifted to the safe lane, and he's been playing safe lane ever since. It's been a long road for him in this safe lane, trying to find a way back in to the DPC Division 1. Yeah. Might not last long.
I'm mostly looking at the mid lane, Paparazzi Shadow Fiend against Ember Spirit. This is just a really tough matchup for Ember. We've seen him suffer every region. It's not good. Doesn't matter which region you're playing. It's the matchup still got to be the same. 4-2, 3-0 on Setsu at the moment. Not too bad. He also has some extra creep wave coming closer. Paparazzi had some shaky performances, I would say. So far, he had some really good ones, but also, like, I think he started to pick things up as the season progressed.
Yes, it's been kind of a lot of talk of whether or not Paparazzi's been left or right, and it's been interesting to see his performances, because there are games where it's like, yeah, he struggles in the early game, but he still pops off. He had that Storm game the other day where it felt like, yeah, the beginning wasn't exactly too great, but eventually he got there in the end, and he went back into what we were expecting this whole tour to see from him.
Oh, no. Kaka, Shackles, let's see. Doesn't seem too good. They're not going to commit, though.
JT and Kaka, interesting little lane here with the Shadow Shaman.
Every lane with Shaman is interesting. I don't know what the whole plan with Shadow Shaman is. They picked the Ember Spirit into Shaman, so there's going to be a bit more control. I guess control, because other heroes, they don't have any way to really start a fight. Broodmother, you can try to group up, build into these auras. Shadow Fiend, he's not going to build into Yule Scepter. Doesn't seem like it's not the build anymore. So they needed something, and it's going to be a lot of shoulders on Kaka to be able to keep them in place.
Yeah, so he's going to need an Aether Lens, it feels like, to have himself that shackle from a distance.
I've seen Kaka play so much Shadow Shaman, and he prefers to get Blink Dagger over Aether Lens most of the time, like Mana Boots Blink, just to be able to start these fights. We'll see if he decides to go for the same item build. I remember 2022, he was the one, again, the lone warrior who played Shadow Shaman and Lion for some reason. And DY, he started this lane with Leap level 1, not what you want to have. So now he's getting pushed away, didn't put too much pressure. This is also a strong lane from Vici Gaming. No Leap charges, already used everything. He's just going to run him down.
Yeah, this impetus shot should... Oh, FY. I thought it came off cooldown. I thought he had himself another impetus, but let him leap down to the low ground and survive. Interesting little move there, but gets him out of the lane nonetheless, and see what FY is trying to accomplish as he's going to enchant himself a satyr.
He's going to be annoying. Mana burn on Shadowfin on mid lane. Put that creep. Put Setsu back on track. Even though Setsu's not doing too bad. He's at 16-1 against 21-7. Of course, Shadowfin has more. And Shadowfin's that hero that does not like to be rotated on. One of the easiest heroes to kill. Doesn't have escape mechanism. So FY will probably going to look into this early gank on a mid lane.
Shackles again on Fly, but has the Jingu, he can heal a good amount of that off, and JT's still taking a lot of damage as they've got the glimpse. He'll come back and die to the glimpse damage.
Level 2 glimpse, way too powerful. Top lane, doing really good. Like, I mean, all three lanes are doing okay for Vici Gaming. Like, mid lane, not as much. DY completely zoned out by this Enchantress, leaving Ghost to be solo against Doom, which is not too bad for Ursa. It's, like, he doesn't get too much pressure. The panel did talk about Ursa getting pushed out of the lane, which could happen, especially once you get to start to get more points, like level 2 Scorched Earth, level 3 Scorched Earth. And now Neo, he's alone here, so Ghost starts to play a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, Ghost is, when you think about him as a player, especially the time that he spent with RNG, he was the go-to guy, and he really had a breakout season as he's going to break out the back of Niu there, run him down, and
12 Fury Swipe charges, stacks.
That is not great to deal with.
Plants a tree for Ghost. Ghost doesn't have Tango available, it's on cooldown. FY also doesn't have one, so he would definitely cut it down. No Quelling Blade as well. Tango on Ursa on cooldown for 20 seconds, but we'll eat the other one. So 50 gold wasted by DY.
Interesting to see FY on this Enchantress, by the way. The last time he played Enchantress was November of 2020. So it's been some time as Kaka gets run down by Fly. Shadow Shaman not exactly having the funnest time in this lane, and JT, he's in trouble too. There's no glimpse, but they won't even need it. Fly's just gonna run him down for a double kill.
Fly off to a great start on Monkey King. Plus Disruptor. You're always gonna have something against Broodmother. This is why they picked Disruptor. Provides you vision, glimpse back into any kind of a stun. Kaka DP's mid, refills the bottle for Shadowfiend.
And they get Ghost.
He's been left alone. Ghost has been alone. Mirana 1-1-1 build, jungling pretty much at this point. Uses Sacred Arrow on the big creep, steals it away from Enchantress. But also doesn't provide much in the laning stage for Ghost. Mid lane, first rotation from Kaka. We'll get Glimpse back immediately if he uses Shackle.
Yeah, so can't exactly get that control to help out Paparazzi, and he doesn't exactly have a lot of HP remaining. So playing aggressive may not be the move. But taking a look at the net worth, you could see is Shadowfiend ahead by quite a margin. But other than that, both Fly and Niu having a really good time in terms of their gold.
Fly also, he's going to be going for Battle Fury, has Ring of Health purchased. What are the rotations going to come? This is Broodmother level 4. Usually you want to see this hero pop off in the laning stage, start to snowball. Seems like it's not going to be the thing. Also, hero that doesn't play the best from behind, Fly.
Another Shackle, so Kaka holding Fly down. Now they've got the Hex, but the Balance Strike, they just didn't have the damage again. They're looking for JT, looking to keep the vision. They've got the glimpse. And with Jingu and the right clicks, Yang will get another kill, and that's on JT.
Oof, that was close. Like, they needed a bit more damage. They are under-leveled. Maybe if this was Broodmother level 5, same goes for Shadow Shaman. A bit more cold control coming out from Hex or Shackles. Neo will pull the lane back, does have that Meteor Hammer available, which is fine. You don't have the setup for it, but it's mostly about the stats, mana regen, and farm. Get closer to Hand of Midas, which I'm fine with this one. I'm usually not a fan of Meteor Hammer in this meta. It looked good at the start, but then people try to kind of figure out that it's really not that great, even with the, like, it was overdone. Like, you had 2 people in the team going for Meteor Hammer. It's just not it.
Beyond the other day, off-lane Ricky, Meteor Hammer first item. Just taking towers, and then that was it. That was his game. Did nothing else after that.
Killed 2 towers. Both towers got denied.
Value. I actually broke my losing streak, and I got a Fallen Sky in that game. So I got to enjoy some Meteor action.
Good for you. I'm really happy.
I knew you would be.
DY gets observer board. See, both supports from Xtreme Gaming trying to make something happen. Arrow, not gonna connect in between. Ghost, can he close the gap? And he's going for a bit of a different item build. He knows that things are not going well, so wants to hit an earlier timing, going for Diffusal Blade on Ursa, which I don't mind too much. Like, against Monkey King, you always have, like, something to slow them down, because they are very limited on the control. Broodmother is not going to build into any items, neither is Shadowfiend, so someone needs to. And because you have Shadowfiend from the mid lane, he also scales well, so you don't necessarily need to be that ultra carry.
Now, I don't want to have any concern for Xtreme this early in the game, but from what we've been seeing in terms of the patterns in Chinese DPC, it's been all upsets recently.
Especially yesterday. Yesterday was
all
a
upsets.
wild one.
Yeah. Yesterday was every underdog won. Aster.Aries, IG over LGD, and Xtreme over Aster. So it has been underdog city here. Is Neo's going to drop to Ghost. It's 3 heroes required to get that kill, but they still take him out. Slow him down.
Setsu so far has not made a rotation. Level 8 Ember Spirit. Playing it to Shadowfiend. Ooh, Paparazzi will pick up that Arcana Rune. That's a big one. But still, Ember, considering what he's playing into, I would say not too bad. He should be satisfied with the amount of farm that he managed to get.
2K lead, though. Setsu going Maelstrom, so we'll see how quickly he can get into that, because he's already 1,000 gold behind Paparazzi. Oh, boy.
I can understand this Maelstrom. Like, Rush doesn't upgrade Bloodstone, doesn't upgrade his boots, wants to be able to get the farm as soon as possible. So he might catch up with this type of a build. And also playing into Broodmother, so you want to have that Maelstrom. Monkey King will also be going into Battle Fury. And speaking of Monkey, first Static Storm as well.
Kinetic Field, Static Storm, Wukong's all used to get the kill on the JT.
JT, man. Whew. 0-4-0.
Is that his build?
No, that's his score.
Oh, no. Yeah, that is not fun for JT in this off lane at the moment. He's really just... They've completely shut him down.
Neo having a much better game. He's 5.6k net worth compared to Broodmother's 3.5, and is about to finish off his Hand of Midas. We'll push out... Oh, no!
No, it goes from bad to worse. Oh, JT.
JT known as just TP'd, but will get glimpsed back. Not gonna be able to contribute much to this top lane. Ghost will get a kill. I mean, they brought the whole squad here.
FY gonna die there, and they get that kill into the Enchantress. Like I said, we have not seen FY on Enchantress in a long time. So it's interesting to see him back on not really that showboaty playmaker hero.
Yeah, when we think about FY, we definitely do think about different heroes that he plays. Fly, 12-minute, less than 12-minute Battle Fury, Magic Wand, Power Treads.
Wow.
This is nuts.
Is he going... He's going to queue Ags next? No, BKB. All right. I was remembering the old Ame build.
JT, back.
That's not going to work out for you. Kinetic Field.
No sentries, no reveal.
Yeah, they can't see him. So Moonlight Shadow, he's able to survive, just barely. But still, he's forced away from the lane again.
He doesn't have a lane. Like, he's behind Tier 1 tower, or where Tier 1 tower was. Monkey will scout him out.
Uh-oh.
4 points in Boundless. Let's see if he decides to maybe force a rotation, jump onto the trees.
Wukong's just off cooldown. Boundless Strike, JT obliterated.
Force a rotation. Kaka comes here, but also force a rotation. Another TP. Free TP for JT, so it's all good. 0, 5, and 0, and we're gonna keep counting.
This is a counting stream now. Hell yeah. So, looking at the odds, taking a big shift to favor Vici. Boundless Strike, Static Storm, Ghost. He's turning into one. Neo gonna get that kill and take out that bear. Again, it is just all Vici.
Man, Fly is so quick with these rotations. He's been involved in 7 out of 8 kills so far. Gets a kill top, a solo kill, rotates to the bottom lane, secures the tower. They kill the tower, they kill enemy carry. I don't know if Xtreme Gaming can fight back. Like, they kind of miss their timings. They also can't make the moves. Kaka still very far away from his Blink Dagger. Decides to even skip Mana Boots because he knows that they struggle. They need something to start a fight with, something that they can gank with. Ghost, that Diffusal Blade coming in handy.
Arrow hits, they'll get a kill on the Yang. So, you know, I'm thinking about Fly and where he's at in his situation right now. He's on a Div 2 team. He's on Piggy Killer, which, great team name. But after last series, I feel like right now he's in just prove it mode, right?
He's on Vici now.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering the way he played this game, like even at previous game, he had some performances that were okay-ish. Team didn't do as well, as good, but yeah, I could see them picking him up.
Yeah, you don't have to play through that Division 2. Well, I don't want to speak too soon. Maybe he might go back down to Division 2 and be like, I'll take my chances with Piggy Killer if they do, in fact, lose this series. But right now, with the way Fly is playing, I mean, he's looking like primetime Fly.
He really does, going into BKB next. At least that's what's queued up at the moment. So can't jump on heroes other than Ursa. Like, he does not like to play into Ursa matchup, even inside Wukong's command. Like, Ursa is still a bad matchup, especially if you have like Overpower into another Overpower that can be dispelled by Enchantress. You talked about FY, he side of progression. The most farm hero out of all supports, going into 4 staff next, push people out of the trouble with the limited control on Xtreme Gaming. This item is going to be really good pickup.
Urn picked up for the Mirana of DY. They're going to Moonlight Shadow, look for somebody. Niu might be that one. And he is spotted. So now on the run, Diffusal Blade used into the arrow, and this is pretty solid combination. You're able to just slow them down. It's hard to avoid that arrow coming in from the other side.
Maybe it was DY who said, don't go Battle Fury. I need you to get Diffusal so I can hit my arrows.
The only thing they would have other than that is Shackle, so...
And we haven't seen too much of Shackles other than the laning stage.
Oh, yeah.
Kaka kind of forced to slow things down. We haven't seen Doom. We have not seen the Mad Serpent Wards being used so far.
And he's going for what you said, by the way, Blink Dagger on Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, Blink Dagger makes more sense, just to be able to get things going. Very, I'd say close to it. 500 gold away, needs some kind of a kill. Looking to drop the Serpent Wards, potentially get a kill on Setsu. Setsu did recover. He is still behind Shadowfin, of course, but does have Maelstrom available. Double damage in bottle. Looking to find something. JT. Oh no, he's dead again.
Yeah, they're going to find him. Glimpse, Static Storm with the kinetic field. They've locked him down. He's going to try and run. They do not have Moonlight Shadow. He'll pop the mech, but it won't matter.
Even with the Boundless Strike miss, they still do get a kill. Problem is that they killed this tier 1 tower top pretty late. Oh, DY, they know.
Not in time. Yeah, they're going to get this tier 1 tower over bottom, but there's a timing coming out right now for Vici that's going to be the double BKB of Fly, and Niu. And that's going to be a strong moment. And honestly, with Setsu at his timing at the moment, he's not. If he's going BKB next, he's not too far away from it. He's into at least a Mithril Hammer if he bought it right now.
BKB done on Fly. Yeah, Doom recipe being delivered. So 2 BKBs. Emperor Spirit probably want to get 1 as well, so doesn't have to care about Requiem. Paparazzi also does have his BKB, so we can expect them to potentially go to Roche Pit, and yeah, you see them drawing on a minimap. Kaka is like, play the top part of the map. We kill something, we kill Roche. With first Serpent Ward usage, they did manage to kill tier 2 tower, like 2 towers in a row, pretty much, so not looking too bad. Like, the next fight, I think, is gonna show us where or how the game is gonna go.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question to you, because they just kind of gave that up for free. It was like, all right, Serpent Wards are down, tier 2, all right, cool.
Can't defend Serpent Wards.
Yeah, it felt like that. They just let the tower go. So, smoke used as they lay down some webs to try and control this area for Roche. They have that Blink Dagger available on Kaka, BKB for Paparazzi. Fly in the trees. Rest of the team nearby. Remnant forward, looking over at DY, misses the Searing Chains. It's only onto a Spider. They'll go to the Requiem. And hits a couple heroes with the BKB being popped by Fly, though. He's immune to the fear, so he'll still walk forward. They got Ghost in their sights, but do they have the damage to get the kill? They'll even use the Doom out of the Ursa. They're just trying to take him out of the fight to control the Roach Pin. That's exactly what they'll do. So they get themselves one. Meteor Hammer down on JT, and FY gets a kill there. So 2 heroes dead. Vici are looking towards Roche.
I would have preferred if they waited until... Oh, Glimpse. Mid. Does have another leap charge.
Kinetic Fields.
Kaka hexed him.
Yeah, Yang's doing some good work here, and he's going to have the control to get the kill on a DY. Yet Setsu followed up.
Imagine if you could hex your own allies. That would be great. But yeah, big fight from Vici Gaming. They do take the kills. Like, they get 2 pickoffs, and then they manage to secure the Roche. I would have preferred if Xtreme Gaming waited until Serpent Wards were back online, because also this Requiem has been used like relatively early on. Didn't really do much. Monkey King. Oh,
there's the hex from Kaka, but the Boundless Strike and the Glimpse new. Still gonna die to Paparazzi. Now pops the BKB, goes after Yang. Look at the damage he's outputting. Paparazzi in on this. They've got the Serpent Wards next to Fly. Another raise. JT coming over from the side of his Searing Chains to lock up Paparazzi. But Fly still surviving with the Jingu and eventually loses that Aegis.
They need to help him.
He's really going to need some help. They've got themselves Setsu, but he's running away. They
no
have
one
the
there.
Hex. They'll get the kill, and they take out 2 lives and the streak from this Monkey King.
A bit too aggressive, and good moves from Xtreme. Finally, we see the power of Shadowfin. He joins the fight. Uses that BKB. No Requiem this time around. 4,000, even more than 4,000 damage. Yeah. More than the whole Vici Gaming squad in that fight. So this will also open up the map for them. They will secure tier 2 tower, go for the outpost.
That is both outer or top and bottom tier 2's gone already.
20 minutes into the game.
Really putting some pressure on him. And Paparazzi, he was so casual about killing the supports, right? All of a sudden, he's like, all right, I'll kill FY. Now I'll pop my BKB. That's how confident I am with how strong I'm at with this Shadow Fiend at the moment.
Speaking of casual, sitting on casual 3.5k gold, buying Tome for himself. Okay, level 16. Wants to get that level 18, level 20 as well.
Gonna go Silver Edge.
Yeah, I like it. Being able to break Monkey King. I also want to see maybe a Pike at one point, because they are also limited in terms of control. The best one is Glimpse, but if you can like Pike Monkey King away from you, maybe push him out of the Wukong's command, that's going to be pretty big. 2 supports on side of Xtreme Gaming. They are going for Glimmer Cape, and Kaka wants to go for scaling build. So going for BKB. This is Kaka special. Like, if the games are not going well, he's going for this item build. If the game's going well, he's still gonna go for it because it's such a great item build.
So he's just got his standard and that's it. Nothing else.
Found Arcane Ring. This is his substitution for mana boots, because the first couple of minutes of the game were kind of rough. Transitioned that into mid game, but managing to find some farm. Hex now maxed out. 3.5 second duration. Try to put more points in Ether Shock to be able to get some farm.
Trying to find him there, but he had the ward. Kaka's still in the trees. So let's see.
Meteor. Try to land it blindly.
That'd be nice. Solid move if he was able to pull that off. Hex Requiem right on top of Niu. He also used those Serpent Wards, so he had nowhere to go.
And now Shadowfin is stuck.
He doesn't have anywhere to go.
No TP, needs to wait another Shadow Blade.
Yeah. There we go.
He's out. I don't know if they needed to commit with Serpent Wards, but it's a big kill, big chunk of gold for them, so they don't want to risk anything, especially if there's a hero. Oh, Fly going for another solo.
Boundless Strike. Can he stick with him? Primal Spring on to the lane again with the Jingu, but he's slowed up so much. Can he keep up with JT? Trying to find him within the trees. Doesn't have a way to stun him, and he'll TP away.
We'll watch him TP out. JT, a bit of a pause.
My bad.
Yeah, right.
It's a hard button to hit by accident.
It really is far away. Unless you're TP scroll is F8, then I can understand it.
Yeah, or F10 or one of those. Yeah, gosh. I've never accidentally hit the pause button. I will say this. Smoke. Extreme. Requiem still on cooldown for another 35 seconds. Do they really want to take this fight? Kind of baiting with JT. Showing him and the rest of the team off to the side. Throw a sentry down. Smoke used by Vici. This net worth now even.
JT does not have pause available. They don't want to go on him.
Oh, Boundless Strike. Ghost. Hit with that Doom. They've got the Static Storm and the Kinetic Field up. They got the kill in Akaka. They'll look over at Ghost. He's still getting run down here as Setsu. Not a lot of health left, so can't really jump into that Remnant.
They want to re-engage right now. Ursa, sitting at half HP, no BKB. Paparazzi does have Requiem available. So seems like they're going to go inside the enemy triangle, try to look for something, but they are underneath the vision. There are 2 sentry wards on DY. Let's see if he gets a D ward here.
Gold and sweet.
Ooh, stack here for Paparazzi. They're wandering over nearby, and there's the break, and there is no untouchable, making him very touchable, and they'll get the kill into FY. Wukong's around Paparazzi, but he has the Guardian Greaves from JT. It's not going to matter with the glimpse back into the center of the circle, though.
Oh, what a play. Actually, neutral creeps keeping this fight alive for Vici Gaming. First Stomp from Centaur Conqueror, then Doom pulls him in with the Hurricane.
Man, just keeping him front and center.
And immediately queues up Pike on Shadowfin. He's like, if I had the Pike there, I would be able to push myself out of the trouble. Great item in general in this game. Kaka looking for something, finds Setsu, but the Stomp could stomp. Yeah, it's just gonna stop any kind of aggression.
Ghost is in on this. He is in a bad way, and I think he's just dead. Setsu with a double kill. Ghost is just way too far out.
They killed the Centaur Conqueror. They ganked him real good. Kind of a rough one, I would say. Like losing heroes here and there. Shadowfin also
JT
dropped before. JT, there is no Glimpse is such a good spell. Every single time you catch someone, you catch a vision, it's got a guaranteed kill, or at least a BKB charge, so.
How much is it getting nerfed next patch? That's a real question. They find DY. Another kill there for Vici, and I just said the net worth was even, but they have pushed it back to 5K.
It's gonna be even more now that they're gonna kill this tier 2 tower, retake the outpost.
Nobody here to defend. Next Roche in a minute, so maybe that turns into something for Xtreme if they could get this one. But gonna be tough.
And Rage. He got a little worried there. They're gonna jump him. So no enrage for another 40 seconds. I want to see a smoke from Xtreme Gaming. Try to get a pick off. Broodmother's playing the top part of the map. Try to get a pick off. Roshan could respawn in 30 seconds. What do they find? Enchanted Quiver. Shadowfin will take that one for now.
A lot of bounty runes sitting there. JT's just farming the jungle. By a lot, I mean 2. Going Ags next on JT. So, trying to get that Spinner's Snare.
I'm a big fan of the item when things are going well for Broodmother, so you're the one like controlling the game, not allowing enemy team to enter certain areas of the map. When you are the lowest net worth core in the game, I would prefer if it's a different item.
Yeah, what would you like him to get instead of this Ags? Could he potentially switch off to it too?
I think something like a Hex works. AC as well. You're playing against Monkey Ember.
Okay.
Just feel like it's gonna be a lot of dead net worth on him.
Yeah, not sure how much the Spinner Snare is gonna do. Maybe it'll help them for some control in these fights and let the Requiem fly.
If you also want to go something like more team-oriented, you could also throw in a Lotus Orb, since you're playing into Doom. Searing Chains, Glimpse, but mostly Doom. And now, Xtreme Gaming, they do have smoke available on Kaka, but DY in a good spot to break the enemy smoke.
Breaks it, BKB early. So Setsu, they'll get the kill on a DY, and that is it. So BKB down. Maybe they even try to play aggressively with Roche coming back up soon.
Setsu, interesting build on him. After finishing off BKB, decided to pick up a Blink Dagger. We've seen Emo in the previous series and throughout the second DPC tour, picking up Blink Dagger on Storm.
You a fan?
No. It seems like there's always a better item to buy, but it's Emo special, so can't really argue with it. Centaur broken.
Oh no. Run. Run, a little conqueror. There's the eggs. So we'll have Spinner Snare for Roche. That's not terrible. It does, you know, lock in these stairs, lock in the entrance.
Maybe they want to secure second Roche, so this is why he decided to go for this item instead, because they do value Shard on Ursa and, of course, Aegis as well. Ghost finds himself a really nice neutral item. Mindbreaker does have Skull Basher. Let's see, he's gonna disappear.
FY, he just became food for the bear. And BKB off the Glimpse. That's coming into a Roche fight. Oh.
I don't know if they can contest Roshan right now. They need like huge Requiem, maybe an arrow to try to set things up. Ghost might also need to play as a Doom target in this fight, considering that he doesn't have BKB available. So take this Doom off Shadowfiend.
How do you fight this Roche? It is up, it is available.
Setsu, he's been rooted. And another one, keeping the stairs blocked, so they can't enter.
Looking for the Requiem, that's gonna land, and this is trouble for Fly. He's dead so fast, no buyback. Setsu, whoa, melts! Neo's next on the list, and they are trying to check it twice in will. Paparazzi with the double kill.
He got the crit. And this Roshan now belongs to Xtreme Gaming. Let's see if they can find anything else. Spinner Snare coming in clutch. Maybe I was wrong in these type of fights, because this is what they've been playing for. Monkey did not get a single thing off in this fight. They do have Sentry. He tried to approach with Shadow Blade, didn't manage to do so, gets instantly hexed. The power of Kaka. Shadow Shaman, always good positioning, and now he's getting the farm. We'll be able to get the BKB for the next fight. So the only thing that can stop it is either Abyssal Blade from Monkey or Doom. And now Ursa also does have that shard. They gave Shadowfiend Aegis. Paparazzi, level 21, buys another book for himself.
He wants to be
librarian.
25, yeah. Okay. Two different thoughts happening in our minds.
Want that level 22. Such a good upgrade. I mean, he will eventually get to level 25. Also holding on to Enchanted Quiver. Hurricane Pike can keep the distance, hit people from very long distance, I guess, and the double damage.
Ooh.
And Vici Gaming were off to such a great start, but didn't manage to capitalize on it. Fly, those two deaths did really cost him. Had an insanely good start into the game. JT, queuing up Radiance.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Mischance. I don't know if he wants to commit to it. Radiance is much cheaper nowadays. Might get Nullifier. I think Nullifier would be a better option. You're playing against Monkey King, so you can dispel his Jingu stacks, and also no 4 staffs. They do have 2 on side of Vici.
So they've got this Aegis. They have this double damage. Oh, maybe they'd want to go right away. Kaka. Just working on getting some farm here. Doing his best, as they've also got Ghost nearby. So he's by the outpost. He's taking that back. But no group up yet. They still have 3 minutes on the Aegis, so there is some time for them to, say, save themselves with, like, the Lincolns, pick up that Shadow Fiend's looking for, and these next items coming out for the side of Xtreme.
Neo is pinging it out. Let's see if he goes. Yeah,
Doom
full commitment.
Kaka.
That's going to be like 400 or 500 gold for him.
this to me, though, leaves you vulnerable of a high ground siege, right?
Didn't use Hand of Midas. Not perfect going into Octarine. I guess he wants to get to his level 20, lower the cooldown on Doom. We'll have Octarine core available as well. So just playing for that, trying to delay the game as much as possible. Killing Shadow Shaman. This is their tool to siege with. And also means that they can't really gank unless Paparazzi gets on top of you with Silver Edge.
There's his Lincolns. JT also switched to a Lincoln's Q, but then now he's got a Hex queued up. So he's still thinking. Radiance, Lincoln's, Hex. He's just looking at the whole list.
I think Hex is the best one because they understand, especially now that Kaka is dead, they can't really gank. With Abyssal Blade, it's going to be much easier. Ghost is getting close to 1, so they could go for these side lane pickoffs and then turn it into something. Two towers are already gone, so waiting for Shadow Shaman to respawn, maybe go for the high ground push. Still Aegis, minute and 30 seconds, but Kaka needs to be careful here.
Yeah, does he just die again?
Sentries on cooldown on Yang.
Oh, he sees Yang and they see his courier. Hex, Serpent Ward's committed and he's got the shackle, so this is a dead disruptor. And Yang strat showing its face again as he's dead for 50 seconds with buyback.
Kaka very quick with the reactions there. As soon as he raised his hand on Disruptor, gets hexed immediately. Kaka fully commits, gets some XP from that. Setsu now.
Now he commits those arcane boots.
Yeah.
Heavy
Good
gold commitment right there.
Good old 35-minute mana boots. He's most likely going to be looking for Aeon Disc just to have guaranteed Hex, unless he wants to keep the distance, use him get Ether Lens and maybe just play off of that instead. DY holding on to gems so they can see any shenanigans. They also are the ones controlling the vision right now. 30 seconds left on Aegis. 2 Catapult Wave, 35 minutes into the game. They would have loved if they had Serpent Wards there just to amplify some of that damage. Paparazzi last hit miss. But Catapults will finish off the tower.
That's all they get. That's kind of surprising to me after that Aegis, where the position they were at, the tier 3, yes, they break the high ground, but I felt like they had opportunity to do more with that Aegis.
Needed Kaka to maybe get one set of barracks. Immediate smoke from Vici Gaming.
Yeah, it kind of gives them a road back in, right? Ooh, spinner snare. Uh-oh.
They
Arrow.
know. Ooh. Paparazzi holding on to Arcane Rune, fake pumping that Requiem. Very satisfying sound. Not as satisfying as canceling Rolling Thunder.
Paparazzi. Let's see. Do they make a move here on Vici? This spinner snare has been very problematic for them. Because every time you snap the snare, they're alerted. They know. They get to figure you out real quick.
You get the ping ping as well on the minimap, so it's easily spotted. Oh man, Ember, he's had a rough one.
Ooh, Spell Prism.
Blink Dagger, Aeon Disc, a lot of defensive item on him.
Smoke now picked or used by Xtreme. I'm surprised the Doom didn't hold that Spell Prism.
Holding on to Blast Rig. Yeah, you're playing against Shadow Shaman, Shadow Fiend, Ursa Shadow Fiend. So it's going to be a lot of right clicks. So can't really blame him. Might pick it up down the line. Also opted to go for Shiva's Guard instead to provide vision where Shadow Fiend is.
Blink in, Kaka with the BKB, looking for the Requiem. That's going to fly out. That hits on a FY. They'll go for the damage on a Neo and get the kill to the Doom. No buyback. They blew him up immediately. And they are sort of searching for more. Don't want to commit too far. Blink in, Searing Chains. But Setsu now hexed by Kaka. Arrow follows it up. Aeon Disc is going to go off with
and
BKB being
BKB
popped by Setsu as well. He's able to escape, but that is 2 defensive items now on cooldown.
JT, he's searching for something. Doesn't have his Hex available yet, but does have Spinner Snare.
Yeah, and Ghost going in. He'll go to the Abyssal Blade. It's on a fly.
They want the big
They're looking
one.
for the damage. He goes into the Wukongs with a Boundless Strike. Oh, Fly trying to survive, standing his ground. And he will finally die. He did take out Ghost, though. They bought back on Yang. Kinetic Field. Dust is out. Setsu going in. Looking for Paparazzi. He's silenced. And he'll die to the impetus shots from FY. The Hex just isn't in time from Kaka, and another Kinetic Field. FY starting to output a lot of damage with the impetus shots, and he's gonna get another kill on a Kaka.
They have another
look over at
glimpse.
JT, he's trying to TP out, but he is gone. Whoa, Xtreme going in extremely too far.
Oh man, they committed so much on Monkey King, who survived for a long duration inside the Wukong's command. Extra 24 armor on him, coming in very clutch and also holding on to Elven Tunic, so a couple of miss hits as well coming in. So I thought that they're just gonna destroy him there. I think Mischief also came in at the start to dodge some of that damage. And Setsu from the high ground, yeah, he's been pretty immune to the damage. Ursa and Rage on cooldown for 1 second. Maybe he manages to get it off, but Yang, he's been on this high ground and casting his abilities untouched. First the Static Storm, then Glimpse, then another Glimpse just to be able to secure the kill on JT. And also Fly, FY being able to dish so much damage from the Enchantress. This is your favorite one. This game's pretty wild, back and forth. And this on cooldown for 15 seconds, so Setsu needs to be slightly more careful.
Thinking about next Roche, a minute and a half, and a Spell Prism for Xtreme Gaming now. Also,
Another book for Shadowfiend.
yeah, I was gonna say, I just took a glimpse over and he's still reading. Chapter 24. Arrow thrown into the pit. They see there's no Roche. I'm with you. I know I asked you the other day. Always in it for Ags when there's a third Roche instead of the Refresher Shard.
Yeah, Ags just seems much better instead of one usage. If you're playing a drawn-out game, Aghanim Scepter, multiple usages of ulti, fly.
Kale, that is the lag equivalent. Equals. So he's gonna DC and come right back. Fingers crossed.
That Elven Tunic was very helpful in the previous fight for him. Now holding on to Trickster's Cloak, which is going to be even better. 20% evasion, another layer of invisibility, and some extra magic resistance. Not like they have a ton of magic abilities on Xtreme Gaming, mostly Requiem and some raises, but that's about it.
Also, Yang, you could see he's got that point booster. The starts of an Ags. It's always the long plan from a Disruptor to go for the Ags. It's about a 25-minute look at, like, I'll get the gold. I'm going to get there. He's doing this. The Pyramid of Doom with his hands. Waiting for that time until he finally gets it.
That's a big upgrade. You just need to be able to farm it. No Philly Stone this time around, but considering how last fight went, FY did manage to find his farm and now has Scythe available.
Ooh. So, I would say Scythe better than what we saw from Bobica when he was outputting damage and had that Ags. Sproink really didn't do it for him when he played this heavy damage Enchantress.
FI will probably keep the buyback for now and opt to go for that Aghanim Scepter, because right now you don't have mana problem at all with Pike and Scythe. Next item, also all for Setsu. It's gonna be Gleipnir, maybe thinking about Ags. Let's see which one he decides to go first. Because right now, if he's gonna be holding the gem, he's out of slots, so someone else needs to pick it up, or he can upgrade this Maelstrom.
Roche is up with a Refresher Shard. MKB for Paparazzi, so that evasion...
Yeah. Can't really blame him, considering what happened in the previous fight.
Yeah.
And it's not to counter any evasion. Like, they don't have Butterfly or anything. It's to counter neutral item. And also, sure, Monkey does have a lot of armor, so your right clicks, like the procs, are magical.
Excellent.
So, would you take a new neutral for Flyfire, or you still think the cloak is just worth it? 6 seconds of invisibility.
Dire are scanning.
Is there a better neutral item on their side? I don't think so.
Not really, yeah. Maybe Titan Sliver?
Trickster Cloak, too good. You're also playing into Ursa, who doesn't have MKB, so you still want to have that evasion.
Right. Oh, here they go. Static Storm. Ghost going in with the
back
BKB, and they got the Requiem off. They're going to look over at Firefly. They'll get that kill on the Monkey King. He's going to buy back immediately. He wants to get into the fight. He'll TP over to the outpost. And Setsu with the BKB with the Remnants all over to the side. They've got the Doom out on a Ghost. He's going to try and run away. They get the kill on a Kaka. They'll take out the Shadow Shot.
FY going ham.
FY getting the kill on a DY. It's his Alphabet brother. They go over after this Shadow Fiend. They drop down the Wukongs. JT in trouble. Neo right on him, but he gets into the trees. The Shivas, the Vision, the kill, and Paparazzi also falls. Everybody dead on the side of Xtreme Gaming, and Vici will get the victory in this fight.
FY's damage output. They kill Firefly immediately. He bites back, so they committed with pretty much everything on top of him. Yeah, Enchantress, she's up there with the damage output, almost same amount as Monkey King. So with that buyback, Firefly will pick up the Aegis, might even pick up Refresher. They could also give it to Doom, double Doom on both targets on Xtreme Gaming. If they're doomed, they're not going to be able to like fight back and deal damage. Also instant high ground ward. And also they messed it up a little bit. Both supports using like Force Staff and Pike. I had to double check whose Force Staff and Pike was on cooldown. They he kind of turned away, so they forced him back into the enemies, which resulted into his death. And then FY, I'm just looking at this Enchantress. Now that Shadow Fiend is out, he's gonna focus him down.
Yeah,
look at that damage.
FY, boom, boom, boom.
That's like 1,000 damage in a second.
Just like that, all of a sudden, 14,000 net worth lead here for Vici. It's player Alphabet Brothers and team Alphabet Brothers. FY, DY, XG, Vici. A lot of similarities between these two teams.
Everything is either gaming or team in esports. Firefly still has that double damage for a couple more seconds, looking for Boundless.
Gotta be careful with the spinner snare. I love when JT, he's throwing out the spawn spiderlings. You could see like the green Monkey King that's like lagging behind him a little bit. It's not on him right now, but
Level 25 Monkey. Extra Wukong's command ring. When I first read that talent, I always thought it's just like, oh, he has another ring that it's gonna be. Maybe I'm just stupid. Probably.
It could have been written expanded Wukong's command ring.
Yeah, because it does feel like he has like another ring.
Yeah, but it's not 2 rings. There's only 1 ring to rule them all.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be more like Olympic Games type of a ring. The second one.
Yeah.
The way
like
they're positioned.
Yeah.
Aghanim Scepter now completed on Yang.
Got a lot
So
of
no
gold.
items if you don't get your BKB, if you don't get your Lincolns. It's not looking good. Suddenly 20,000. I love to round up the numbers. Gold lead for Vici Gaming.
Yeah, just right up there to 20K. I mean, that's almost 40K if you ask me. So, Fly just sitting in the tree over to the side, and now he'll come back down and clean up this creep wave. They still have the Aegis for another 2 minutes, 45 seconds. We'll see how they go about this. As the mid-tier 3 is gone with the melee racks. And Vici, see if they sneak on over. Ghost, he's kind of away from his team if he were to get caught right now.
He was maybe thinking about getting the jump set to towards that high ground observer. And now, no real vision for Xtreme Gaming. Let's see if there's another set of items that they can buy that could change things around. Ghost going for Nullifier next, still far away from it.
Setsu arrowed, and that's it.
Has Aeon Disc. Maybe they wanted to proc Aeon Disc and go back because they know they can't commit rest of the team relatively close to him, so they can join. 7,000 gold on Setsu.
Shard for Fly next, by the way. So we'll be bouncing around the Boundless. Going in and out. Spinner snare down again. Fly down onto the ground immediately. Hex. Neo's going in. He's going to throw the Doom on Akaka. The 4-step away, but they got the Aegis out of the hands of Fly. They're going to need to help him out. Requiem on it. There's the fear, but they've got themselves the Static Storm as well as another Doom. That's going to be on a Ghost, and they should be able to get the kill into the air. So with the Wukongs, look how big that circle is. Kaka finally no longer Doom. They go after JT, but the 4-staff into the trees. They've got themselves the Hex again onto this Monkey King. He'll walk out of the Wukong's command as they'll buy back on Ghost. Can they chase Fly with that shard? He's able to jump away with the Boundless Strike.
Wait, what is this?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, I didn't see it the first time, so I thought it was just something.
Yeah, it's
looks like from a different game
now.
Yeah, leave me alone. Okay, it's gone now. So buyback committed from Ghost in the previous fight. That's a big one. Doom used Refresher Shard. Might just build a Refresher off his own to have something. Sell that hand of Midas, taking a 4,000 gold at the moment.
Whew. So it goes up to 23,000, but the idea is there for Xtreme, right? Like, if they didn't have an Aegis, I think that fight, they could have won.
Maybe. Interesting thing that Neo was holding onto Hurricane until 47, 48 minutes into the game on Doom. Because he wanted to provide his team with extra armor, extra 3 armor for himself, and the team sounds really nice, and also pushing people out of the trouble.
I love Hurricane. I say second Chakram's one of my favorite spell names. Hurricane's one of them too. You put so much emphasis on it.
It's a good spell name.
By the way,
better than Doom for sure.
Yeah, very much better. Oh, what's his name? Oh, the character's name is Doom. And what does he do? Doom. Okay, sure. Chantress going for the Ags, by the way. I just noticed. So we'll see how that goes. Leap in, D1. That is dangerous. They're going to beat KB on Neo as well. Setsu, they'll look to the back line. They've already doomed up Ghost, so he's going to run away from the fight. They get the kill to D1. They'll look over at Kaka, who's got the shackles on a Fly, but he is going to die. Oh, maybe not. He survives for a moment longer, and he is hidden for the second, but Setsu finally gets the kill. They look over at JT. The impetus shots from Fly. He's on a mega kill streak. They find themselves Ghost, but now out of the Wukong's command, they have the Infernal Blade. They'll lock him down with the Abyssal Blade. Setsu's here too, with FY, who will not get the kill, but help with the damage. And Setsu's got a triple kill as Paparazzi rips apart Yang, who does have buyback. Whoa, Searing Chains right to the end of the TP. They're keeping Paparazzi out of the base. This is a bit of an issue, but Setsu taking some damage. The U over to the side. He's got the Infernal Blade with the Primal Spring down onto the Shadow Fiend. There's the Boundless Strike and the kill. They'll take out this SF.
They committed with the buybacks on side of Xtreme Gaming. So now you have no Ursa with the buyback. Also JT bought back. Same goes for Kaka. Even DY. So whoever dies is not going to have... Let's go. Let's have all 5 buybacks on cooldown. Next Roche could reach... I'm not sure if this buyback was needed straight away. Maybe he wanted to get it off cooldown. Because they're not approaching yet. Eventually, they're going to come and poke.
Potentially go back for Roche. Up in maybe a minute. 3 gems for Vici. 1
purchased by Yang, the other one by DY, and third one by DY. So DY, a lot of gold down the drain.
Oh, DY. Feels so bad. 3 eyes, though, better than 2. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, Wukong's covering the entirety of the base. So I'll just allow them to do their thing, but they do Glyph. Not exactly the most optimal of Wukongs there.
They get what they came for. So Tier 2 towers still available on the top lane. Spinner Snare causing some problems.
Ping, ping,
still
ping, ping.
for Vici Gaming. Let's see the Roshan respawn time in a couple of seconds. Xtreme Gaming, they have 1 fight. They lose that fight, they lose the game.
Ooh, 5-second Roche.
Plus DD available as well, because why not?
Yeah, when in doubt, give a DD.
Refresher, Ags. They need to smoke on side of Xtreme
blink.
Gaming. Try to contest it. If they don't, they're going to be playing against Mega Creeps.
They've got the Spider Wings catching some vision. Setsu and FY hold the high ground on these steps, but Xtreme, they are, well, on the wrong side of the map.
Hex breaks talent, especially with Thomas Relic. This is a banger one. It's just that there aren't that many good things to break in this game. Enchantress, Monkey King is okay, but it's not like you're playing into Tide, playing into Spectre. Full wraparound.
So, Spinner Snare goes off. And it's giving them information to go all the way up and around and look for the wrap. Ooh, they're trying to steal Roche.
They know.
But it's immediately spotted. So BKB is popped. They'll go in. They'll throw the Doom. It's on to Ghost. He's trying to run with JT off to the side. Up on the high ground. Goes after Setsu. Kaka caught by Fly. They've got the Abyssal Blade. They'll have the lockdown. Kaka with the BKB, but still dies. And he does not have buyback. So now this is a 4v5 situation as they'll throw the Hex. They've got the Spinner Snare. Arrow comes in. That lands, but he's got himself the Aeon Disc. Requiem by Paparazzi. That lands on the Fly. They get the kill on Neo. They'll take out JT. That's 2 heroes without buyback. They'll buy back on Neo. They'll look over at Ghost. And this is going to be a dead Ursa eventually.
He's still holding on to Gem Season
with him in there. They've got the impetus shots, and eventually the kill. They'll call GG, and Vici will take game number 1 over Xtreme Gaming.
Keeping their dreams alive.
Yeah.
This is how you started. First W, first game, not too bad. The game was really...